the greatest show on dirt. It's the monster jam, jam, jam. When I say monster, you say jam, monster, monster. And when I say monster, you say jam, monster, monster. Let's ride, we got the green light. It's a party in the pit tonight. Let's go, this is how we roll on tires that are larger than life. Doesn't matter where you're from, it's running through your blood. Time to get out, everybody buckle up. You waited, now you made it to the greatest show on dirt. It's the monster jam.
Cleveland, get loud and say it with me! This is Monster Jam!
The first competition of the event is the JCB Racing competition. All 8 trucks have been ordered at a random order, and now they're going to have to take on the track and the clock as they battle it out for the fastest time. The driver that achieves the fastest time will get the first 8 points of the competition. Cleveland, Ohio, who's ready for JCB Racing?
Well, Monster Jam fans, we're going to kick things off here with our first competition. You just saw some of our USHRA safety officials move that gray turn pod back into the perimeter. Keep in mind, if our drivers hit that out of the perimeter, they will be assessed a 5-second penalty. All right, we're going to get set here for our first driver. Please welcome Dalton Weiner, Jurassic Attack. Staging lights are lit at the far end of the race lane. He needs to start moving and firing his engine to the outside yellow light. 2 yellow lights means he's staged and ready to go, and he'll be looking for that green light. Cleveland, let's rock and roll!
Let's hear you roar for the dinosaur. A clean run with a time of 10.817. Dalton Widener getting the first time on the board.
We can take a look at the Super Glue Glue to the Action replay. A great pass there for Dalton Widener. Jurassic Attack comes up with a pretty fast time. Right now, I believe it's the best time for him so far, a personal best, 10.817. Our second driver coming up will be Chris Kohler, Mayhem. Now, don't forget, Monster Jam fans, if a driver pops or moves that gray turn pod, there is no penalty assessed, but also keep in mind that one tire has to be in the perimeter of that takeoff ramp over into the finish line, or they will be assessed a 5-second penalty. Up to 10 seconds worth of penalties can be assessed here in JCB Racing. Chris Kohler and Mayhem looking to do some business here tonight. 10.817 is the time to beat as he pulls up to the starting line.
Make some noise for Mayhem with 12.237. Chris Kohler whipping around that track, putting up a time.
A great pass, just kind of goes wide there at the very end there to go up on that last ramp over the finish line. That cost him a couple seconds there with a 12.237. Your time to beat 10.817 from Jurassic Attack. Moving right along to our third driver. Get those trucker horn signals going. For Cynthia Gauthier, Lucas Stabilizer. She must beat a time of 10.817 as she moves up to that starting line. She'll be looking for that green light here. It's time to go racing.
Let's hear it for Lucas Stabilizer, 10.569 on the JCB Racing, whipping around that track.
She does whip it around that track, Jack, and it is a 10.569. We got a new fast time now that is clocked in by Cynthia Gauthier. Lucas Stabilizer, she takes the top spot here in JCB Racing. We're going to move on to our fourth competitor, Bari Musauer, Zombie. Inside cab look at Cleveland's own Bari Musauer as he heads to that starting line. He is looking also to collect a time faster than Lucas Stabilizer. We are seconds away from finding out if he can.
Let me hear you scream for Zombie with that clean pass of just over 10 seconds. Zombie.
Take a look at the replay. It never sounded like he lifted off the throttle, and you can tell that worked to his advantage. 10.456. We got a new time to beat. Bari Musauer is on top of the leaderboard. Our fifth driver up here for JCB Racing, Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. 10.456. It seems the times are getting faster and faster as we go through our rounds here of JCB Racing.
Let's hear it for El Toro Loco, the new leader at 10.339. Armando Castro setting the new stage.
10.339 for Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. That puts him in the lead here. We take a look at his replay there up on the video board. Now he takes the top spot, 10.339. Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. Coming up next, please welcome Kevin Crocker, Megalodon. He is our third to last competitor here at JCB Racing. On deck, we've got Gravedigger and Vendetta. Megalodon looking to secure his first win of the weekend here. He rolls up to the starting line as we get set to go green.
Make some noise for Megalodon, 13.669 coming through with that time of 13.669.
It was a 13.661 for Megalodon. We take a look at the super glue glued to the action replay. He goes out pretty wide there at the last turn, going up that takeoff ramp into the finish line. So a 13.661 from Megalodon. The time to beat still though, 10.339 from El Toro Loco. We've got our next driver ready to go against the clock. Tyler Meninga, Gravedigger. Tyler Meninga, Gravedigger, looking to secure a JCB win here tonight. This would be his first racing win of the weekend.
Make some noise for Gravedigger, 10.409. Whipping around the corner and stopping on a dime to close that one out.
A nice run there for Gravedigger. Stops pretty hard there at that last turn. I don't know if that cost him any crucial seconds, but for Gravedigger and Tyler Meninga, that's good enough to put him in the second spot. Armando Castro, El Toro Loco still with the fastest time, 10.339. He is our final driver before we crown a winner. This is Mike Christensen, Vendetta. The only time we have to worry about is 10.339 from El Toro Loco. Vendetta is the only one who can take that win away from El Toro Loco here tonight. Mike Christensen, Vendetta, looking for his first JCB racing win of the weekend.
Let's hear it for Vendetta. Time of 11.340. Vendetta closing things out for JCB Racing.
Monster Jam fans, that means the winner of your JCB Racing competition is Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. Fastest time of the night, 10.339, earns him his first 8 points. This is also his second JCB Racing win of the weekend. He won earlier this afternoon, collecting his first 8 points, setting the tone, setting the bar high here for the rest of the field of competitors. El Toro Loco stands now on top of the BKT overall event leaderboard. There he is. Make some noise for your JCB Racing winner.
Armando, you are owning this Saturday afternoon and evening here in Cleveland, your second JCB Racing win of the day.
You know, it feels good. Feels like we were just up here, you know, a little bit ago, and man, it feels good to be back here. This is exactly how you want to start off the competition right here, taking the first 8 points and bringing the momentum to the rest of the competition, man. I'm super excited. I was here last year. I've seen a lot of familiar faces in the crowd, and I'm super excited to be here again. You guys are always awesome. You guys are always cheering us on. That's what it's all about here in Monster Jam. But you guys like racing? Well, make some noise, Cleveland!
You won two-wheel skills earlier this afternoon. Are we going to repeat that too?
Just like you said, man, that's some of the longest moonwalks you've seen, longer than Michael Jackson, man. That's what the people want to get. That's what they're going to get, man. And, you know, it literally takes a lot of skills to balance one of these Monster Jam trucks. You know, these trucks weigh 12,000 pounds. They have 1,500 horsepower. It's all about who can come out here and lay some of the craziest things you've seen in two wheels. This is literally why Monster Jam it is what it is, because we're literally pushing these trucks to absolute limit, and you're able to do these crazy moves, man. But hey, it's about to get crazy up in here, man. Get on judgezone.com, pull out that smartphone, get on there and score. You guys are the judges here for the next competition the rest of the weekend, and man, I'm having fun. You guys having fun, Cleveland, or what?
We're having fun with you, Armando Castro, El Toro Loco.
You can see the winning race pass here for Armando Castro and El Toro Loco. Sounds like he never lifted off the throttle, and that would be the key to success here for him. Clocking in the 10.339, that was the winning run, earning his first 8 points of the night. Now we're going to continue on here in Monster Jam with our BKT overall event leaderboard. You can see where we stand in this competition, where we have El Toro Loco being on the top spot. There we go. And Gravedigger sitting currently in second with 7 points. We got Zombie and Barry Musar sitting with the third spot with 6 points. Lucas Stabilizer sitting now with 5 points. Jurassic Attack, Vendetta, Mayhem, and Megalodon round out our 8 competing drivers. Coming up next, we got the Monster Jam Skills Challenge, and this is where you fans will be able to use judgezone.com to help us crown a winner. This will be the first time you're going to use judgezone.com, and of course, myself or Jack will let you know what you see out on the track. You might see some combination moves, moonwalks. We've got some bicycles, maybe some wheelies, poppers, stoppies, some big air. You never know what you're going to see out on the track. In the meantime, start using judgezone.com or going to use that QR code as well to get you set and ready to go here for judgezone.com. And to know more about judgezone.com, we're going to throw it to Jack, who's back in the stands, to let us know how we can use judgezone.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm standing by here with Mike and Mike, both huge fans here of Monster Jam. But Mike, who's your favorite?
Zombie.
We got Zombie here. Now let me see the Zombie hands real quick. So what's coming up next is the 2-wheel skills challenge. This is the opportunity for you, the fans, to start helping us decide the winners of each of these events. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to judgezone.com. Judgezone.com. As we see here on Big Mike's phone here, you're going to go there. Then you're going to type in CLE for Cleveland. That's the city we're in, obviously. And once you do that, you will see this beat. You're going to hit submit. And then you're going to see this BKT tire. And then as the 2-wheel skills challenge happens, after each driver finishes their run, we'll cue you guys up. You have 20 seconds to lift that BKT tire up for a high score, down for a low score. 20 seconds to let us know how you judge these drivers, all right? So everyone get those ready. And everyone, let me ask you, Mike and Mike, are you guys ready for some 2-wheel challenge?
Yeah.
All right, we got a third Mike coming to the track. We got Mike Christensen, Vendetta. Reverse popper. We got a triple combination.
Let's hear for Vendetta. Scoring is open at judgezone.com. You can head on over there and see how you judge Mike Christensen with this beautiful stand-up there. The two-wheel challenge, how did he do?
Well, the first one, we saw the triple combination and ordered some fries with that combination there for Mike Christensen Vendetta. And then we saw the popper into a little bit of a moonwalk there on the back end of that second attempt. Now it's time to see where you put him at in this competition. He's going to kick things off with a score of 6.398. So Mike Christensen will now set the tone here for the for the skills challenge. We're going to move on to our next driver, Cynthia Gauthier, Lucas Stabilizer. Remaining.
Let's hear for Lucas Stabilizer. Let me hear the honk honk from everybody as we go to judgeszone.com. Remember that city code is CLE. Lock those scores in for Cynthia Gauthier.
You can see that first attempt, she goes back into the moonwalk and kind of pogos it there on top of the Monster Jam pod, losing some of that fiberglass body. And then, of course, we saw the second attempt, the popper, as well. Now it's time to see what you thought about that at judgeszone.com. You can scan that QR code as well. Scores are in. Your score to be 6.398. Let's see that score for Lucas Stabilizer. You gave her a 6.596. We got a new leader. Our third driver up, Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. You get a visual inside of the cab of the concentration there from your 2024 World Finals Skills Challenge champion here, Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. The popper with such ease back into a moonwalk with some smoke coming out of the bull's nose. Jam pod. Is he going to make his way all the way across? He does.
Let's hear it for El Toro Loco. in the two-wheel challenge. Head over to judgeszone.com. Lock those scores in for the two-wheel challenge for El Toro Loco.
All right, he showed off a lot of skill there here in that 2 attempts by Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. You can see that replay on the video board. Use that replay to use it at judgeszone.com when scoring. The super glued to the action replay. He walks it across the entire track for that second attempt. What do you think, Cleveland? Do you think we got a new leader? Let's find out. 9.504. You put him in the top spot. We got a new leader out of those 2 attempts. El Toro Loco now takes the lead, 9.504. Lucas Stabilizer Vendetta now round out the competitors as we get set for our next driver, Barry Musauer, Zombie. The combinations continue! Combination after combination after combination, Zombie and Barry Musauer puts on a clinic here now. One more attempt remaining.
Let's scream for Zombie as we head over to judgeszone.com. Lock in those scores, going back and forth over the pod there on 2 wheels. Lock in those scores.
We saw the combination moves there in the first attempt there. It was the popper back into the moonwalk, back into the reverse popper, into the wheelie, and sets it back down, back into a popper. Multiple combinations used in the making of that first attempt. Now, score to beat, El Toro Loco, 9.504. Let's see where you put Zombie, Cleveland. Let me see that score. 7.157. Now, I hear some boos, but make sure that your neighbor, your friends, your family are getting those scores locked in at judgeszone.com. No one else is messing with the scores but you, the fans. You can see where we stand right now. Armando Castro, El Toro Loco is the score to beat, 9.504. Continuing right along, it's Dalton Weiner, Jurassic Attack. Reverse popper into a wheelie across the pod. One more attempt remains for Jurassic Attack and Dalton Widener. Popper, nose wheelie, back into a moonwalk. We got a triple dipper right now. Let's see if we can go for 4, maybe a stoppie. Do we count it? We do. He must heard me. Quattro combination.
Let's roar for the dinosaur. Voting is open. Head on over to judgeszone.com and score that run for Dalton Widener. Standing up on his front end there.
All right, we saw the second attempt. By far, probably the best attempt out of the two there from Dalton Widener, and Jurassic Attack had 4 different moves in one attempt there. Scores are locked. Your score for Jurassic Attack is good enough for second, a 7.621. On deck, we still have Mayhem and Gravedigger, but coming up next will be Kevin Crocker, Megalodon. Popper attempt for Megalodon with 1 attempt left there for Kevin Crocker.
Let's hear for Megalodon. Kevin Crocker swimming through the 2-wheel challenge. Lock in those scores now at judgeszone.com for Megalodon.
All right, we're going to wait those scores now from you, the fans here. You've got about 12 seconds left on the clock. Remember, when you see those ribbon boards turn red, that means you are officially on duty here at judgeszone.com, and we're going to see that score as a 3.518. So the top spot still belongs to Armando Castro and El Toro Loco with a 9.504. And for you fans, you have not seen enough to get anywhere close to that 9.504 with only 2 trucks remaining. Will it be Chris Kohler and Mayhem to take the lead? We will find out. 2 attempts up for Mayhem.
Make some noise for Mayhem. Chris Kohler in the Mayhem truck. Go to judgeszone.com, going up and down the ramp there. How does that affect the judging? We'll leave that to you, judgeszone.com.
All right, we're going to use that super glue glued to the action replay to help you get those scores locked in accurately and fairly. And we will see what you come up for a score for Mayhem here in just a moment. A couple more seconds left there. On deck, we still have Gravedigger as our last driver here of the Skills Challenge. Scores are locked in, 6.602 for Mayhem. We got 1 driver remaining. El Toro Loco, though, still holding strong, 9.504. We will see if this last driver can test Armando Castro and El Toro Loco. It is Tyler Miniga, Grave Digger.
Scoring is open for Gravedigger. Head over to judgeszone.com.
All right, we saw the popper back into the reverse popper and just a little bit too much there at the very end. Gravedigger takes a tumble, and now it'll be up to you to decide. Now keep in mind, he only had one attempt, not two attempts. So will it be El Toro Loco? Will it be Gravedigger? That will be up to you to decide here. And in just a moment, we will find out the score to beat El Toro Loco, 9.504. Your score for Gravedigger is a great score, 8.122. But Cleveland, you have spoke. It is El Toro Loco, Armando Castro, your Monster Jam 2-Wheel Skills Challenge winner.
Back with Armando Castro, and like you said, it feels like we were just here, right?
Yeah, exactly. You know, literally the event before this, we took the racing and we took two-wheel, and we're doing it again, man. What awesome. You know, this event is turning out to be amazing. This is exactly, like I said earlier, this is exactly how we want to be. Take the momentum for the rest of the competition. Man, what better way, man? You Cleveland fans are on your feet. You guys are rocking the bullhorns. Every single time I come out with that truck, I can see each and every one of you fans, man. This being my childhood dream since a little kid. I went to my very first show when I was 6 years old, you know, wishing that I can drive one of these Monster Jam trucks, and here I am. I came from no motorsports background, and I'm proving that I can do it too, man. I can come out here and hang out with the top dogs. Let me inspire each and every you watching right here and on YouTube back at home.
Armando Castro, El Toro Loco, winner of the two-wheel skills competition.
His two attempts there, which got him another 8 points. This is not deja vu. It is Armando Castro and El Toro Loco taking the first half of Monster Jam just like he did earlier this afternoon. Armando Castro, El Toro Loco, your Monster Jam two-wheel skills challenge winner. So we've seen an exciting first half of Monster Jam action. It has been all El Toro Loco. He currently is perfect right now with 16 points, followed by Gravedigger, 2 points behind him, sitting in second. Zombies currently sitting in third. We got Jurassic Attack, Lucas Stabilizer, Mayhem Vendetta, and Megalodon rounding out your 8 competing drivers. Well, right now, this is halftime. Be sure to head up to the concourse, grab your official Monster Jam merchandise. We also have some snow cones out there. I know it's cold outside, but you know, hey, why not? Get yourself a snow cone and a collector's cup as well. Meet us right back here. Not only do we have freestyle motocross, we got the sky wheelie competition, we got freestyle. There is so much more coming up in the second half of Monster Jam. Cleveland, we want to welcome you back here to the second half of Monster Jam. We've got our freestyle motocross riders ready to take to the sky. Make some noise right now for Zach Kleptowski, Cameron Sepulveda, Billy Wilson, and Scott Murray, your freestyle motocross riders. We're going to see these 4 freestyle motocross riders take to the sky 4 times from ramp to ramp to get a feel and practice of what it's like to compete here inside of Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. And then we're going to get into our best trick competition. Are you ready to fly, Cleveland?
Making a jump for Zach Kleptowski. Second on the ramp, Cameron Sepulveda. Hitting the ramp third, it's Billy Wilson. And last but certainly not least, the veteran Scott Murray. Now, Monster Jam fans, our FMX riders are going to do a few laps here and hit that jump. And, you know, there's a rule I want to share. The louder you scream, the higher they fly. Cleveland, I'm going to need you to get loud. One more time. Cleveland, how'd you like that? They liked it so far. Now it's time for the best trick competition. This is where we need your help at judgeszone.com. Just like you were scoring our Monster Jam drivers earlier, we're going to need you to score our riders again at judgeszone.com. When that screen goes red, you'll have 20 seconds to score them using the code CLE. Now, I just have one question for you. Who's ready for the FMX Best Trick Competition?
We're going to kick things off with our first rider, Zach Kleptowski. He's been riding for 10 years, owns his own motocross track, riding the CRF 450. He's going to kick things off here in our best trick competition, Zach Kleptowski. Waiting to see what he's going to throw down here in our best trick competition. When you see that front tire hit that mat, I need you all to get loud.
Zach does a trademark whip there. If you like what you saw, go to judgeszone.com. 20 seconds on the clock at judgeszone.com. Score now using the code CLE.
The original super glue glued to the action replay up on the video board in slow motion. You can see that whip there from Zach. Now it's time to see what you thought about that. Scores are locked in. Let's go to the scoreboard, and it is a score of 6.752. All right, we're going to move right along to our next rider, Cameron Sepulveda. Cameron is in his second year of riding freestyle motocross. Models for different companies and is riding a Yamaha 250. Score to beat 6.752. Let's see what he throws down here for his best trick. Keep in mind, all of our riders only have one attempt to throw down their sickest trick, and you, the fans, will have to use judgeszone.com. Let's hear it!
Cameron with the one-handed backflip. That took skill. If you liked what he did there, score it at judgeszone.com. Again, 20 seconds on that clock. Use the code CLE.
We see it in slow motion there, the one-handed backflip, a little wave to the crowd there. And will it be enough to take the lead away? Score to beat 6.752. The score for Cameron is 8.533. We got a new leader. Our next rider up, it is Billy Wilson. Billy Wilson, our third rider, coming for his best trick. 4 years riding freestyle motocross, went professional with BMX before riding freestyle motocross. Now he's going to take to the sky here in just a second. We will see what he throws down here. He is looking for his first win of the weekend. All right, let's hear it and make some noise right now for Billy Wilson.
Billy Wilson with that signature backflip that he's known for. If you liked it, score it. Judgeszone.com is the spot. We'll set it up for 20 seconds. Use that code CLE.
All right, you've got about 12 seconds now left on the clock at judgeszone.com. Time is ticking away. Down at judgeszone.com, we want to know what you thought about that backflip from Billy Wilson. He's been traveling all over the world, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Costa Rica. Now he's here hanging out with us here in Cleveland. Travels across the country. Let's see what he's going to throw down here. All right, scores are locked. The score to beat from Cameron Sepulveda is an 8.533. Your score for Billy Wilson, 8.813. We got a new leader. All right, we got a new leader with Billy Wilson, but one man stands in his way, and that is Scott Murray. Scott Murray has been perfect so far this weekend in a best trick competition. 22-year veteran of the sport, coming to you from Michigan, owns Michigan Log Trucking LLC, second in the world to execute the double backflip. He has been perfect so far, throwing down the super backflip, riding the Yamaha 450, getting the crowd pumped up here in Cleveland. We're going to take it to the tunnel here and watch him get set here for his best trick attempt. Make some noise right now, Cleveland!
Oh! That is the Scott Murray Super Flip. If you liked it, score it. Judgeszone.com. 20 seconds. Don't forget to use that code CLE.
All right, we're watching that in slow motion. He makes it look so easy. Billy Wilson is the score to beat, 8.813. Time is ticking down at judgeszone.com. Score to beat one last time, 8.813. Billy Wilson. Cleveland, let's see that score for Scott Murray. Whoa, 9.615. He is perfect so far. He is your best trick competition winner. So we are going to talk to Scott Murray in just a little bit, but I don't think they're done just yet, Alex. I think we got to continue this on, right?
I think we should. Okay. Fans, we've got the grand finale. That's right. Our FMX riders are going to line up in what's known as a train formation and hit our jump in sequential order, one after one after one after one. Of course, we're going to need your help here, and we're going to need you to make some noise because, again, the louder you get, the higher they fly. Monster Jam fans, make some noise. That train has left the station. Coming through with a whip train. Cleveland, do you want to see more? All right, for another awesome trick, I'm going to need you to blow the roof off of Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse in 3, 2, 1. That was good. That was real good. But I think our FMX riders have one more in store. What do you think? Yeah, they do. That train is lighted up in the tunnel. Make some noise. Here they come. Finish it with some strong backflips. Your US FMX riders. Let's hear it. Zach Kleptowski, Cameron Sepulveda, Billy Wilson, and your best trick competition winner, Scott Murray. Scott, you got to de-gear here a little bit, man. Get your breath. That was incredible. Scott Murray, super flip. I'm a fan. We should start putting that on some T-shirts, man. I love it.
Oh, thanks, man. It's been a lot of work getting here. You know, I've been 22 years. I've been rolling around doing Monster Jams and, you know, from X Games, Monster Jams, doing all kinds of different shows all over the country. Man, it's been an awesome, awesome time. And what better place to throw down with you good people here in Cleveland, man. You guys have been awesome, super loud, just awesome, you know.
3 for 3 in this building this weekend already. You're getting some big wins here. What do you love about the field house here?
Oh, man, it's just great. The atmosphere is awesome. You know, everybody's super positive, real loud. That just drives us home, you know, makes us want to go bigger and try to do our best for the crowd here. And, you know, I just want to take the time to thank my Lord and Savior for keeping us safe out here, for giving me the opportunity to come ride for you good people. Thank you guys so much for coming out and enjoying the show with us. There's lots to come yet.
Yes, there is. And you know what? You got another victory to get tomorrow if you guys come back. Scott Murray, winner of the FMX Best Trick Competition.
Our first competitor coming up, Dalton Weiner, Jurassic Attack.
Let's roar for the dinosaur, Jurassic Attack, and Dalton Widener. Head over to judgeszone.com. Use the city code CLE and lock in those scores for this sky wheelie attempt.
All right, remember, our drivers only get one attempt, so they have to be perfect on the first attempt in order to get a good score for you, the fans. Let's see where you put Jurassic Attack. He's going to kick things off. Scores are in. 5.091 for Jurassic Attack. We got our next driver up. It's Mike Christensen, Vendetta.
Let's hear it for Vendetta. Mike Christensen hitting that sky wheelie. Wasn't enough. Head over to judgeszone.com. Lock in those scores.
And then he gave us a little extra there at the end with the big pop. Mike Christensen, Vendetta, the super glue, glued to the action replay. Our second driver out there, out on the track, and the score to beat is a 5.091. A few more seconds remain at judgeszone.com. All right, your scores are locked in. Let's see that score for Vendetta. 6.095. You now put him as the new leader. Time to get those trucker signal horns going for Cynthia Gauthier. Lucas Stabilizer.
Honk those horns for Lucas Stabilizer. Cynthia Gauthier hitting that ramp and going sky high with that sky wheelie. Lock in those scores now.
In the words of Huey, pop, lock, and drop it. There you have it. A great sky wheelie there for Lucas Stabilizer and Cynthia Gauthier. Scores are locked in. Score to beat 6.095 for Vendetta. Your score for Lucas Stabilizer is 8.298. We got a new leader. Coming up next, we got Kevin Crocker, Megalodon.
Make some noise for Megalodon. Kevin Crocker taking a bite out of the Sky Wheelie competition. Head over to judgeszone.com, city code CLE, and lock in those scores for Megalodon.
One of the best style wheelies we've seen there from Kevin Crocker and Megalodon this weekend, getting some big air, some nice movement there off of the log stack there. Scores are locked in. Your score for Megalodon coming up, a 6.884. Our fifth driver coming up, Bari Musauer Zombie.
Scream for Zombie, Bari Musauer, hitting the ramp in the Sky Wheelie Challenge. You've got 20 seconds to lock in those scores for Zombie.
Not only does he get the big wheelie, but he also gets some length there using the track. Time to get those scores locked in at judgeszone.com. Bari Musauer Zombie. The score to beat, 8.298. Lucas Stabilizer, he looks on, awaiting your scores. Cleveland, let's see that score for Zombie. 8.304, he is your new leader. So Zombie gets some height, some distance, some nice length off of the track. Puts him in the top spot as our next driver is up. Tyler Menninga, Grave Digger.
Make some noise for Gravedigger. Tyler Menninga hitting that ramp, taken to the sky in the Sky Wheelie Challenge. You all have 20 seconds to head on over to judgeszone.com and lock in those scores for Gravedigger.
So we see the wheelie, but we see also a little extra bonus there, the slap wheelie for Gravedigger and Tyler Menninga. Time to get to see where you put him in this competition. Zombie is the score to beat, 8.304. Your score for Gravedigger is 7.352. Two more drivers remain on deck. We got Mayhem and El Toro Loco. Coming up next, Chris Kohler and Mayhem attacks the track.
Let's hear it for Mayhem. The scoring is open for Chris Kohler after taking to the ramp there after a little bump from Gravedigger. Are you guys going to give Mayhem a little bump in the judging? We'll have to see. Lock it in now at judgeszone.com.
So we see the distance, the length of the track being used by Mayhem, but did we see the vertical position? That will be up to you to decide here at judgeszone.com. Scores are in. Your score for Chris Kohler and Mayhem, 5.360. He is our final driver remaining, Armando Castro, El Toro Loco.
up the horns for El Toro Loco and Armando Castro after that sky wheelie. Head over to judgeszone.com. Throw in those scores. Let us know what you thought of El Toro Loco.
All right, so Bari got height and distance, but El Toro Loco got height and vertical position. Those are the differences that you fans will need to decide what you thought was better. Of course, remember the criteria as well. So we will see now what you decide. It'll be between Bari Musauer and Zombie or Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. The score to beat, 8.304 from Zombie. Cleveland, show me that score! It is all El Toro Loco, 8.686. He is your winner of the Sky Wheelie competition.
Armando, 3 for 3. You put the bull on its backside. Can we look at this hole here? You did that. Who's going to fix that, Armando?
Man, I don't know what's going on. I guess the dirt crew guys are going to fix this. But, man, what you guys think about the Sky Wheelies Cleveland? Woo! That's what it's all about. Like I told you guys from earlier, I'm going to come out here and do my job, and that is to pilot that Monster Jam truck and put the best performance in the best event I can for you Monster Jam fans here in Cleveland, man. Like I said, every single time I'm in this facility, you guys are nothing but awesome to me. Man, this is one of my favorite stops on all tour. Cleveland, Ohio, you guys have a piece of my heart here, man. Thank you guys for rocking with me and all the love and support. I genuinely feel that, so let's go, baby!
A piece of El Toro Loco, I think, is buried in the pod here, and we still got freestyle to go. What you gonna bring us?
Man, it's like bulls on parade, man. This is literally the last competition of the night. I know this is not just my favorite competition. I know everybody else behind the scene is favorite competition. We're gonna come out here, 60 seconds to burn this place down, do some crazy air, some of those crazy moves you see on TV, and someone here is gonna hit the backflip. I can't say who, but there's a backflip ramp right behind me, right here, right in front of me. I'm excited, man, but I have one question, Ohio. Who's ready for Monster Jam Freestyle?
You said it, Cleveland. It is El Toro Loco taking home the Sky Wheelie competition win. He got the air, he got the vertical position, and dug a hole there in the middle of the Monster Jam pod. Perfect so far, continuing 888. Will he be able to sweep it here tonight? We're going to find out. 24 points now puts him, or continues to keep him up on top of the leaderboard. Gravedigger right behind him with 19 points. Zombie, Lucas Stabilizer, Jurassic Attack, Mayhem, and Vendetta and Megalodon round out our drivers. Our final competition coming up is Monster Jam Freestyle. This is where our drivers must complete 15 seconds of their run to qualify for a score. You, the fans, this is your last opportunity to help us crown not only a freestyle winner, but an overall event champion. You must watch out on the track for the creativity, the big air, the technical moves, combinations you might have seen in the skills challenge, wow factors, and the use of the entire obstacle. With all that said and done, Monster Jam Freestyle is coming up next.
Cleveland, Ohio, it's time for the Monster Jam Freestyle. And I'm going to need each and every one of you to help us kick this off. Pull out your phones, turn on your lights. I want to get you guys lighting up this building as you start by lifting those phones up, down, up, down, up, down. Keep it going with the beat. It's time for the pinnacle of the event. It's time for Monster Jam Freestyle. Let's hear you roar for the dinosaur. Jurassic Attack. Dalton Widener take it on the freestyle. Head over to judgeszone.com. Lock in those scores and use the code CLE.
All right, we just saw our first driver attack the track here in Monster Jam Freestyle. Dalton Widener using the entire obstacle. That is one of the things you need to checklist off of that criteria for you, the fans, at judgeszone.com. Some technical moves there as well. Jurassic Attack now. Let's see that score, 6.265. So that will set the tone and the pace for everyone else here moving forward in Monster Jam Freestyle. Again, if you've not started scoring, this is the perfect opportunity to get those scores locked in at judgeszone.com. Right now, the QR code is up. If you're not at judgeszone.com, scan it right now. It'll get you directly to judgeszone.com. Our second driver up, it's Chris Kohler, Mayhem.
Let's make some noise for Mayhem. Scoring is open at judgeszone.com. Chris Kohler going up and down that mound there, getting some air flying around. Was it enough to earn your score? Lock them in now.
Chris Kohler and Mayhem, a crazy ride there from him. Here, our second driver here in Monster Jam Freestyle. There he is, showing some love to the Cleveland fans here. Now we await your scores at judgeszone.com. 6.265, that is the score to beat from Dalton Widener and Jurassic Attack. Scores are locked. Let's see that score for Mayhem. 6.971. He is our new leader. We got our next competitor up. It's Mike Christensen, Vendetta.
Let's hear it for Vendetta. Mike Christensen tearing it up on the track over at judgeszone.com. Lock in those scores now.
Mike Christensen, Vendetta, our third driver out here, out on the track, looking for his first competition win of the weekend. Now we're looking at that original Super Glue Glued to the Action replay. A reminder to you fans, it is essentially a highlight package of the driver's run, so you can use that to lock in your scores. Scores are in now, and Vendetta about to see his score come up on the video board, a 6.896.
I'm back here with Mike and Mike from earlier tonight. I wanted to say thank you to you guys. As you guys all here know, here in Cleveland, I chatted with these two, and you guys did so much to help me out by showing everyone how to use judgeszone.com. I wanted to come back, and I wanted to give you the opportunity to go home with a little something. You want to play a game, Mike?
Yeah.
Mike says yes. This is what we call helmet shuffle. What we're going to do is we're going to have a trophy, and we're going to put 3 helmets down if you look up at the screen. And under one of the helmets is a trophy. Now the helmets are going to move around. You got to keep your eyes where the trophy is. Can you do that, Mike?
Yeah.
Mike says yes. Cleveland, Ohio. You want to help Mike out on this one? All right, drop those helmets and let's get them spinning. There they go, Mike. Keep your eyes on the helmet that you think that trophy's under. Mike, we hear Cleveland. What do you think?
3.
Cleveland says 3. Mike says 3. Let's lift up those helmets and see if we have a winner. It's not under number 1. It's not under number 2. It's under number 3. Mike, you did it. You brought home the gold. For winning this, I want to send you home with a little something. I want to send you home with Monster Jam Showdown, the video game. You can play this at home, and if you want to play it yourself at home, whether you're watching at home right now or you're here in Cleveland, you can buy this wherever video games are sold or here in the arena maybe. Check out all of our merch stands. Mike, thank you so much for helping us out. Mike, thank you so much for helping us out. I appreciate it. We got more Monster Jam Freestyle coming up.
She is our fourth driver coming up. It is Cynthia Gauthier, Lucas Stabilizer.
Hitting a big-time backflip. Cynthia Gauthier, Lucas Stabilizer. Make sure to go to judgeszone.com, lock in those scores. Let us know how you felt about that big-time backflip.
I was pumped. I know she is pumped. Look at that backflip brought to you by Morgan & Morgan. Lands the backflip and then goes for a little bit of a wheelie. Cynthia Gauthier, there she is. Make some noise right now. We await your fan scores at judgeszone.com. The place is rocking here inside the field house. The score to beat Mayhem, 6.971. Cynthia, are you ready to see your score? You ready? Let's see the score! 9.668. We got a new leader. Cynthia Gauthier takes the top spot, 9.668, landing that Morgan & Morgan backflip to solidify the new leader role here. And she now claims the top spot. Chris Kohler, Mayhem, Vendetta, and Jurassic Attack round out our first half. We got an inside cab look of our next driver, Armando Castro, El Toro Loco.
Let's hear you make some noise for El Toro Loco. Armando Castro standing up on his front end there. Was it enough to win the freestyle? Take it over to judgeszone.com. Lock in those scores for El Toro Loco.
Solid run there for Armando Castro. You see some of those technical moves implemented in the skills challenge there in his freestyle run. Moving back and forth there on the super glue, glued to the action replay. And now your scores need to get locked in. Lucas Stabilizer, the score to beat 9.668. Your score for El Toro Loco is 7.237. Good enough to sit in the second spot. Lucas Stabilizer, of course, your top spot, 9.668. But El Toro Loco now moves in the second position. We've got Megalodon, Gravedigger, and Zombie on deck here for our freestyle run. Still looking at our leader, though, Lucas Stabilizer. Our sixth driver up is Kevin Crocker, Megalodon.
Let's hear it for Megalodon, Kevin Crocker. The biggest fish in every pond, Megalodon. Head over to judgeszone.com. Let us know how you felt about that freestyle by locking in those scores right now.
All right, Kevin Crocker, Megalodon, awaiting your scores now as he takes a look at the video board. And as we take a look at the video board on the Super Glue, glued to the action replay, momentum, some air there for Megalodon. Scores are locked in. Let's see the score for Megalodon. You gave him a 5.693. Two more drivers are up next, Gravedigger and Zombie, before we complete our freestyle. And you will not only crown a freestyle winner, but a BKT overall event champion here tonight for the third time. Cleveland, on the count of three, I need you to say Gravedigger. 1, 2, 3.
Give it up for Gravedigger. Scoring is open. Tyler Menninga lost the door, went pointing straight up and got some big air. But how do you, the judges, feel about it? Let's go over to judgeszone.com. Lock in the scores for Gravedigger.
He is our second to last competitor here of freestyle. Scores are locked. Your score to beat 9.668. Lucas Stabilizer. Ohio, let's see that score for Gravedigger. You gave him a good score, puts him in the second spot, 8.698. Not a bad score there for Gravedigger, but it's Cynthia Gauthier and Lucas Stabilizer who lands the top spot. So far, only one person stands in her way here from taking that freestyle win. And there he is, Bari Musauer, Zombie!
Let's hear you scream for Zombie. Bari Musauer moonwalking like a thriller for the Monster Jam Freestyle. Head over to judgeszone.com. Lock in the scores for how you feel Zombie did.
All right, so this is our last driver remaining. Zombie and Bari Musauer must get a score higher than 9.668, which is held right now by your leader, Cynthia Gauthier and Lucas Stabilizer. Scores are locked in as Bari looks on. Cleveland, let's see that score. 7.835, which means the winner of freestyle, Cynthia Gauthier, Lucas Stabilizer. We are going to tabulate all those points. We're going to put those 8 points for Lucas Stabilizer up on the video board. We are about to crown an overall event champion. Let's take a look. You already know. You see the triple eights. You see the 5 in freestyle with a total of 29 points. Cleveland, put your bullhorns up. Your BKT overall event champion. El Toro Loco! Let's make some noise right now for Armando Castro, El Toro Loco, your overall event champion.
Mondo,
Well deserved, my friend. It's Armando Castro Day in Cleveland. Man, you earned this today.
Yeah, you know, I'm going to hit up the mayor and tell him that, you know, it's our Toro Loco Day here in Cleveland. I'll tell you what, man, you know, from the get-go, I worked so hard. I worked hard, you know, all night to get this right here. I got to give it off to you guys, you fans right here in Cleveland, Ohio. It's been an awesome, awesome night for me. Like I said from the beginning, Cleveland, Ohio is always good to me, and I want to put the best performance I can and best event I can for you Monster Jam fans here in Cleveland, Ohio. So thank you guys so much, but I got to give it all to this guy right here. These men and women behind the scenes that you guys don't get to see. These guys are busting their tails off to make sure that we can come out here and have a truck that's running 110%. So these guys right here are the true heroes and true superstars of Monster Jam. I get all the credit, I drive these things, but these guys are the real heroes, man. So let's give a big round of applause to everybody behind the scenes. And everything, lastly, never give up on your dreams, man. I came from no motorsports background, and I'm here living proof that if I can do it, you can do it. Arriba los Latinos, Cleveland. Thank you guys for rocking with me. We have one more show tomorrow. God bless America. Let's go, baby!
Armando Castro, El Toro Loco, your BKT overall event champion.
All right, and now we're going to talk to our freestyle winner, Cynthia Gautier, Lucas Stabilizer.
Cynthia, amazing. I love seeing a pig rig go skyward for that Morgan and Morgan backflip.
You know what? I have to thank all the Monster Jam fans. My technician, Wyatt, is working so hard. And honestly, all of you guys, I know there's a lot of big group of Lincoln Electric. They've been a big supporter of Monster Jam and myself as a welder. And also Lucas All for making it happen and making live my life. And also a big shout out to all the mom out there because it's not always easy, but we can make it happen. I'm living my dream. I have my little girl at home and I'm just so happy.
Cynthia Gautier, Lucas Stabilizer, your freestyle champion.
Well, congratulations to Armando Castro, El Toro Loco, for being our overall event champion. And, of course, Cynthia Gautier and Lucas Stabilizer winning her first freestyle of the weekend. It has been an incredible night of Monster Jam action. We still have one more remaining. Make sure you grab your tickets at monsterjam.com. We've got a pit party as well where you can meet all 8 superstar drivers tomorrow morning. And of course, we still have time to grab your official Monster Jam merchandise as well as you head out of Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. On behalf of my co-hosts, Jack Farmer and Alex Miniak, I am Kay Young. We hope you had fun. We hope to see you tomorrow at our last Monster Jam here in Cleveland.